Hey everybody, how are you?
Welcome.
And welcome back. It's Saturday night and it is Dustin and Michelle Resale.
Yeah, welcome. If you're just joining us tonight, thanks for joining us on the live or on the replay. And we are full-time resellers. We love what we do, so we have a YouTube channel about it. You'll see us here Saturday night. And my gosh, guys, thank you for joining us once again. And tonight we're going to be talking about something that is near and dear to your heart, honey.
That's true.
It's something that we don't always see very often out there, but you're going to find these things at yard sales, perhaps estate sales.
Maybe even online too.
Yeah, might have to do some online arbitrage, maybe with marketplace or something like that.
But doing this research, oh man, the payoffs, unreal.
Right.
Wait till you check this out, you guys. Oh my gosh,
it'll be worth it because we're talking about fishing lures.
Yes,
and
fishing lures,
in particular vintage fishing lures. So join us, guys. We got some really great examples, and honey got some stories.
Yeah, I have some examples of some of my favorite things too. So let's get into it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. But yeah. So first we'll say hi to Donna. Hey Donna, welcome. We're so happy that you've joined us. And I like I said, this is near and dear to your heart because you're practically a bass
I learned it from my mom.
A trophy bass fisherman.
Okay.
So I hear.
Okay, so yes, my dad was like a part-time professional bass fisherman, whatever, on the side. But my mother was actually the one who taught. She used to take the baby swimming pools that are made out of plastic, and she would fill them with water at our cottage. And we were like 4 or 5, and she would put the fish that she would catch into the swimming pool with us. So we would play with like perch and rock bass, and we thought it was the coolest thing ever. And so yes, I learned my love of fishing not only from my father but also from my mother.
Awesome. Yes. What an awesome story. Thanks, Donna.
But I got distracted there. I wanted to give you guys just a little bit of history.
Oh, sure.
Before we get started in this. So I mean, fishing lures have been around since the Stone Age, and back in the day they used to make lures out of flint, bone, and beaks and claws of birds of prey. I mean, they really got creative, right?
Yeah, sure, of course they had to.
And so it was 1898 that Hedden, huge manufacturer, as you'll see the name over and over again, actually created the first fishing lure, specifically lure, that was actually recorded. So
yeah, so like the first ones that are available, for public, for sale, they're probably the biggest company. I mean, there are so many different companies out there that made fishing, vintage fishing lures, like Hedden, like you mentioned. There's Bagley, Norman, Rebel, Rapala, Berkeley, Bomber, Cordell, Creek Chub. There's Shakespeare, South Bend, Papa, which is something that you were
one of my faves.
Yeah, and there's just so many, out there. And we're going to show you lots of good examples of ones that are going to be worth some huge money if you can come across them.
Unbelievable. So yeah, let's get into it. I have a question for you.
Oh, sure.
Real quick. How can you tell kind of right off the bat if you're looking at a vintage lure?
Oh, sure. So generally, you can tell, there's going to be some patina, there's going to be some cracking, in the paint or whatever. But one big thing is if it has glass eyes, that you have one of the earliest ones, so like turn of the century-ish. They're going to be made with glass eyes. If they're painted or they have the decal eyes, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not vintage.
Right. It just means that they were made probably after 1950.
Yeah. So, I mean, just keep that in mind. You're going to know that some vintage ones are vintage just by how old they look. So.
And fishing lures really blew up too after the war because soldiers came home and they had more time on their hands to, do fishing. And that's another reason why around the 50s and so it exploded.
Right. And a lot of these companies that you're going to hear about, and a lot of these are made in the United States, right around the Great Lakes area.
Yeah, actually, there were 3 or 4 we read about that were in Michigan, including Kalamazoo. Mom, check that out, right?
Yeah, oh my gosh, all these really cool old manufacturers. So let's check this out. We're looking at the unofficial eBay price guide here, and that's in the sold area. So we're searching for vintage fishing lures here, just those 3 keywords. And we see that there's over 100,000 results available on eBay right now for vintage fishing lures. So we're going to scroll down and we're going to check the sell-through rate by now checking the sold items. And we'll see the number there is 66,000 results have sold in the past 90 days. Now that, yeah,
66,000 fishing lures.
Yes, in the past 90 days. So that is a 66% sell-through rate. That is a really great number with these 3 keywords. So,
I had no idea.
Hey.
Wow, that's a lot of fishing lures. Holy cannoli.
It sure is. That's like 22,000 a month. If you do the math here, let's do that. 22,000.
I'm just laughing because it's preposterous to me. I really just can't believe it.
Yeah, no, that's 244 vintage fishing lures every day sell on eBay. So chances are when you do find a nice big tackle box full, pick it up. Let's check out this example of that. What can happen if you find a nice big tackle box full of vintage fishing lures. Now, this person spread out this big tackle box that they found, somebody's huge collection, and they put it up and they got $542.88 with 32 bids.
Yes. And it looks to me like there's a variety of shapes and sizes, years. They don't look like they're all necessarily vintage. There's just a whole bunch of them.
Right. And some of them are still in the package up here, as you can see.
Yeah. Oh, I seen this different picture. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's some nice ones.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So all these different styles, all of these different brands and everything like that.
Spinner baits, top water. There's a pop bar right there. It's one of my favorites to fish with.
Okay.
Head on. There you go. See, they were known for frogs.
Phillips even. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking at, all of these really cool different brands. And I mean, these are like little works of art as well, right?
They are. And I actually learned that it was predominantly women who painted the vintage lures. I guess, I don't know. They thought that women were great artists. And then so there's some beautiful works of art, like you said, babe.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Look at those little spinner baits. Oh my God. So see that little nose right there? The longer that little nose is on the front is the deeper it wiggles and goes down under the water.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was why that was like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey. Thank you for that education. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, you're going to be hearing a lot of tidbits of her expertise in fishing, and so this is really cool. I really like this. Now let's check out the bids because there's 33 bids on this particular lot. Let's see where it started out with. There was 33 bids, 15 different bidders on this. Wow. So let's see where it started out. Where'd they?
I always love this part. I want to know where you started.
99 cents.
What?
99 cents.
Oh gosh, these people
I know.
just have real guts.
I know it really does take guts to start at 99 cents, but when you know that people are gonna, bid this up, you can see that when you search vintage fishing lures, you can see that there are a lot of auctions and a lot of bids. So that makes it a little safer to put it on auction. That's the only time I'll use an auction.
I'm sure this person did a lot of research on
absolutely.
this incredible collection before it was listed.
Right.
So, yeah.
And it's something that, if you're not willing to, take the time or if you don't, if you're just getting into this and you need to like really learn how to sell fishing lures or which ones are going to be the most valuable. Well,
yeah, it's tedious too to sit there and do you're doing what, a 50, 75. I mean, and they have pokers on them and they put,
Yeah. So, if you're not willing to go through and sell each one individually, sell them in a lot like that. Look at that. $500 if you find a big old tackle box. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to be for everybody.
Yeah.
But
no. And don't go and grab, grab and steal grandpa's fishing. We're not condoning that.
No. You find this at a yard sale for, $20 to $50. You're going to have a pretty good chance at, getting a better return on investment. Exactly.
Being silly.
Oh, of course, babe. Exactly. So let's look at some more examples of singles. Now, say you know what you're talking about, you know what you're looking at. You can, sell these singly. And let's look at some of these here. Now, this one I thought was pretty cool because it's like jointed. It's from earlier than say 1900s. Wow. This went for $910 with 27 bids. Just a single one here, guys.
Look at that craftsmanship.
I know.
Look at those little balls are like little What are they, like screws, little screws so you can wiggle back and forth?
Yeah, like little dowels, you know, I mean, just awesome. I mean, this thing is cool. How would you, if you were a collector of these lures, how could you not want this in your collection?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what kind of keywords are they using in this kind of stuff?
Sure, let's check it out. Vintage, rare, flexible jointed minnow, British lure from Ron Gast. Okay, so I mean, it's they got the brand name, flexible jointed minnow. They didn't necessarily put even that it's metal or anything like
Or
that.
gold or anything.
Yeah. So may have left some keywords out of there, but 27 bids. It's still got some attention. There's 11 bidders here.
Wow.
And we'll see where it started. It's $9.99.
Nice.
Yeah. So they started at $10. It went yeah, up to 900.
Do you want to know something funny really quickly about this this particular lure? Is I actually have a pendant for a necklace, and it is that exact little guy minus the treble hook on the end.
Right.
But it's a pendant that goes around your neck, and it is the exact made the exact same way.
It is too. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that little thing.
It's so cute.
So that's why I wanted to show this one as well.
Cutie patootie.
Right. And it was also worth $900. So
yeah, that's worth pointing out, baby.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. Now let's check out some more of these singles here. They're going to go for big bucks. Now these are going to gradually increase in price. So check this out, guys. This one here, $1,780, guys, for this head-ins. Again, head-in.
Yeah.
This has the original box, so that they're going to make it even more valuable and desirable, because these boxes, I mean, look how old this is. It could have disintegrated. You can see wet spots.
Gorgeous. And underneath this paint job is actually wood. Do you know how much time it put? And look at that, the lack. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that thing has never been used, I'm sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of treble hooks on that. If something bites that and you don't catch it, we need to talk.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're gonna stab yourself 6 times trying to get it out of the fish's mouth, but
I know, right? At least you got it. You know?
If you want to show off, like me sometimes,
yeah,
I'll fish like that. It's not fair, is it?
I don't know. And look, it has glass eyes.
Look at the peeper.
Pretty cool.
It's creepy.
I know, it is kind of pretty cool. So yeah, the original box and everything, again, $1,780 for this one lure, guys, and 35 bids. So this was, people duped it out for this thing. 18 different people put bids on this thing, and let's see, it started at $100. So he was being fairly conservative, starting at 100.
Yeah.
Even still knowing, you know, that it jumped up, you know, 170 times its original bid. So wow. $1,700 for one of these guys. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yep. And there's that hidden brand. So let's check out some more examples. We got a few more here because, oh my gosh, wow.
Oh, I know. We could do 5 shows on lures.
Really good, honestly.
And this is the one that I wanted to show you guys when we were looking. I fell in love with the heart-shaped thing. I'm such a girl.
I know, right?
Yeah.
No, this is like a primitive.
This is like,
you know.
There's nothing sweet about this one.
Right? Early spring-loaded fish hook. Now, check this thing out. I mean, wow.
It's spring. Ah, look at that.
I know, it's like,
oh my gosh,
kind of scary looking.
It is. Oh my gosh.
I know, right? It's sort of like a meat hook or something. You know? It's about 3 inches long, not very large. You know, I mean, this thing is just so cool.
It is cool. Look at that craftsmanship with the little spring loaded. They really put so much thought into this.
Right. You still have some old fish guts on it. I mean, this thing is awesome.
We love it.
So awesome, in fact, that somebody paid $2,000 for it. I mean, that is your
and use 6
hardcore.
Words. Use 6 words.
I know, right?
Early
spring-loaded fish hook. I mean, no vintage, no antique, no primitive. I mean, but still, I mean, $2,000 for this thing. That is awesome.
If somebody wants something, they're gonna look for it.
Yeah, and just even the picture right there is going to, give it some justice, I guess. So we're going to check out one more example here, guys. So let's see this here. We have one more beautiful. Okay, look at this thing here, guys. $3,200 for this thing in the original box, right?
Oh my.
So 10 bids on this one. No, this is from the Shakespeare Company, right? Okay,
Oh,
Shakespeare is still around today.
yeah, they are.
We know them for fishing rods and everything. So,
Mm.
my gosh, look at this, the glass eye. There we go.
Yep, there it is, the creepy creeper eye.
All right, in the original box for $3,200 with 10 bids. Let's check out where he started this because, okay, 8 different bidders on this one.
8.
Started at $500.
Holy, yeah, well.
And it still went up 6 times the original amount, you know? So, I mean, it just goes to show that there are collectors out here that want that, you know, particular fishing lure in their collection. Now, let's see who else is here. My mom. Hey, Mom. Dustin and Michelle, good to see you both. Fishing lures.
Hi, Kristen. Kristen's in Germany.
Yes, and Christian as well. Hey, Christian, welcome. Thank you so much for your support, Kristen. We always hear from you on the videos. We love it. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, guys. Stink Ass Cat just gave us a super chat of $20. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. We are so grateful for your support.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Stink Ass Cat, we love your comments on our videos and wonderful super chat helping support us. Thank you so much. Oh my God,
yeah,
so
that you just made our week, our year.
Gosh, right?
No, thank you so much.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Wonderful. We can. Oh, thank you so much.
I'm really excited about some of the stuff that we just shared, but there's one creepy thing that I would love for you to show everybody before we go.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so
but first, Stink Ass
sorry.
Cat. No, yes. Again, thank you again, Stink Ass Cat. He's also saying that they make such awesome display pieces, right? Like, and that is an end of the segue of what you just were saying here.
Oh,
There
yeah.
are a couple of things. Now, this we happen to find on the side of the road for free. Check this out, guys. These are some vintage fishing fly lures here. My gosh, these say circa 1900. English salmon. Honey, oh my gosh, please. What do you know about these?
Yeah, so I found these. I think we found them on the side of the road free. I think it was. But you can tell circa 1900. What I found so interesting about this is the hooks themselves haven't changed much. And I don't know if you can see it, but it does have the barb right there. There's a little barb. So we're talking 1900s to now. That whoever designed that, I guess it must have been, you know, head in. It was brilliant. It has not even changed. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, and these are just so beautiful. They're all like
feathers,
like handmade, right? Basically,
they made them. They wrapped them all. They used feathers. They used squirrel hair. Even we saw some wood ones with a bear on the end of them to make them look fuzzy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know it's just such a awesome little niche to get into and collection. And honey, these are some of your favorites, right?
Okay, I only have 3. I have 3 favorites. Okay, these are my top waters that I love. And you guys saw the thumbnail where I caught that bass. I caught that little bass on this top water frog, and he just goes along the top, and the bass comes and goes and hits it. So I love top water, and you usually fish with these early in the morning or when the sun is setting, which is my favorite time of the day to be out. And then secondly, my other one is a popper or a pop-R, and it has a little hole in the front so that when you wiggle it, it makes a bubble. And this has 2 sets of the treble hooks. Trebles are 3. So you have 6 of these. Chances of you actually catching the fish when it nails it, bites it, are much higher with the trebles, as you can imagine.
Yeah, totally. These are so cool, honey. And I'm looking at this here, and I'm seeing, like the sort of like pink mouth. It looks like, I thought maybe it was a glass eye, but this is definitely painted, or we heard of some of them, you know, like the older ones being like a tack, you know, with a painted tack.
This is a Rapala.
Okay. I remember in Minnesota we called it Rapala.
Rapalas. I know, right? It's like tomato, wherever you're from.
Right?
But
yeah,
I'm a sucker for top waters, and and I'll go do a bobber and a fish with a worm any day.
Oh, I know. And, you know, back fishing with my dad on the lakes in Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes. I mean, it's just hard not to fish when you're younger. My daughter and I have gone a few times. She loves fishing. We've gone out a couple of times, honey. And I mean, we got our new kayaks. So we're raring to get back out there.
Yeah, we are. And And we hope you enjoyed our what is this? Our education of fishing lures.
Absolutely, guys. Hope you got a good idea of, kind of what to look for out there. And that, my gosh, if you've come across a tackle box filled with vintage fishing lures for $20, pick it up. Take your chances on it. There's chances are that, you're going to be walking away with some big bucks.
There's so many dark barns that we've been in as we've been digging around for stuff. You might get lucky and find like an old fishing, I don't know, what is this? My fishing box. You might find Grandpa's Plano fishing box in the back, but anyways, this was a really fun show for me.
Yeah, I know it's super dear to your heart,
it
and
is.
You love fishing. I love to go fishing with you. It's fun to see what you catch, and throwing a bobber in myself. It's been years since I've caught a fish, and I can't wait to catch one.
Oh my goodness.
Stink-ass Cat says, keep up the good work. And thanks again so much, Stink-ass Cat, for your super chat. That makes us so happy.
Thank you.
Very wonderful. And for everybody's support, likes, comments, and shares, we so appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing and supporting us. And we will see you next time, guys.
Thank you, everybody. And we hope you guys have a great week. And we will see you very soon.
Absolutely. That's up to you.